Alright, so here we have a matchup that we haven't played that much since we started OP3, and it's against Ivankov. So we will mulligan this hand because it's horrible, and we drew into another horrible hand. So that's okay. That is okay. Yeah, so since we don't play with a Sanji that much in our other games, we will try to make it work. Might be a bit awkward, but I think it's worth it. And here we will not trigger the Thunderbolt on a buggy. And it would have definitely triggered it on Doflamingo, but that is okay. Okay, so we're at 4. And I think the play here is to attack the leader. Look at his top card. And it's the Boa blocker. So we will leave it at the top because we want to deal with any blockers earlier in the game. And he decided to counter, which is good because he needs to lower his hand size, right? So that's good for our opponent to be able to reduce his hand, protect his life, and hopefully we can manage. And here I'm aware we gave him his curve by going second, but I was hoping that we would hit our curve, but we did not. So we'll see what he plays at 5. Maybe he'll just attack. Yeah, so he's attacking our leader for 6. And in this matchup, I do want to keep Restrusen just in case he has a law blocker. So I'll use the other one to survive this attack. And I'm blocking here because, well, I'm countering here because like we were still at lower life than him, so we still have the advantage for our abilities. But unfortunately here he had the 3000 worlds. It's a very good card for him. So I think the simplest way to go about it is attacking for 8. We already know what he has in the top life, so we will look at ours. And we have the Shiraoshi, which we will keep at the top so that we can take advantage of her ability. So here we already knew that he had the blocker boa, so that's fine. And we're playing our cracker since we might be able to take advantage of him or force him to use the boa next turn. That could be a possibility because we will be at 8 next turn, so we can do one attack of 7 with the cracker, either force him to block with boa or force him to discard his whole hand, and then drop the Charlotte. So attacking for 6, we have the Shiraoshi, which I think we will, yeah, we'll play, do the trigger. Now we have a bunch of good things in our hand. So I don't think we're gonna play the Thunderbolt yet, but we have the ACOS Katakuri. So we can put back our Shiraoshi back in hand this turn. But I do want to take advantage of the cracker, so we'll leave these two. Like I can play that one on 10 since I don't have the 10 cost Big Mom. So I'll play this one next. So I'll get rid of the Thunderbolt and the Shiraoshi. Yeah. That's yeah, okay. He's putting back the cracker, so that's very unfortunate. Alright, so that might change our plans. Maybe we should just put the 7 cost Luffy, but we have enough to counter, right? But we don't have the cracker anymore, so what's the point? What's the point? And he might as well just trash one card. Yeah, let's just go for it. We'll look at his life. It's a 2k counter, Mr. 2. Leave it at the top since it's just a 2k counter. So here, it's either he takes the card or he blocks with boa. I think, yeah, he's gonna go with boa. And here we have 7. So we play her. And he gives us a life. Alright. So that means that he'll try to take advantage of the double attack here. And we might have to discard a lot of cards to be able to survive. And he's dropping another Monkey D. Luffy with the Ivankov, so that's a problem. Okay, so he's actually discarding everything in his hand, and he'll be able to draw 2 cards at the end of his turn, so that's not lost. And we have enough to counter, so we will counter and use the smoothie. And he's attacking for 5, and we'll get rid of the opera. Okay, so here we only have our Katakuri. We'll start by attacking his Luffy with our Big Mom. He defends, so here we will play 2. That's gonna be, yeah, we'll play 2 to do 8 to the Luffy, and we will look at our life, what we got, and it's another Shiraoshi. So we will leave her at the top. So maybe alright, so he's protected the Shiraoshi. No, he let the Luffy die. So we can actually use the Katakuri to get rid of the other Luffy, put it at the bottom of the deck, and end our turn. So now we have no worries about double attack, and we have a Shiraoshi that can be very useful for us. So he's gonna do 2 attacks at most, unless he decides to attack with Buggy, but I don't think he will. And here I have an option, and I think that's not a good option because I need to play the Shiraoshi here. Because I was gonna actually counter with Katakuri, with Cracker and Pudding, but I think it was the right choice to just let this attack go. And next turn, probably gonna try to clear his board with my 2 attacks here. So I should be able to discard. I could discard the Smoothie and discard the blocker here. Yeah, Smoothie and the blocker. And he attacks for 7, and we can actually defend. So that means that he probably has Mihawk. So yeah, we'll take. Alright, so we have our Big Mom here. We can drop. So yeah, so he has a Mihawk. He drops the Big Mom on the bottom of our deck. So here we have decisions to make, because we can try to clear this. Yeah, so we'll clear that with 10. Should have done 9, 7. That's my bad, but it went through. Thank God. And we'll attack his life for 5. So he decided to defend with Doflamingo, and here we will simply play the Katakuri, put our Shiraoshi on top, and end our turn. We'll see what he does. Since we have Shiraoshi and he only has 2 cards in hand, unless he drew like the stage or something to make him draw, I think we're in a very good situation here. What is our opponent going to do? And I think this is like the weakness of alright, so he decided to go for our Katakuri character, which makes sense. He's attacking for 14. Oh, he's attacking for 15. So we have no choice but to let it go. And he attacks for 5. And this we can actually protect, because I'm not in need of any cards right now. And he put a blocker. Okay, so the blocker saves his Mihawk. I think we're fine. And since he has 1 or less cards, it's at 7,000. So he'll be able to protect with this category. Alright, so here he lost the ability here. So we will simply just attack for 8. So here he's at 5. Okay, so it became, okay, I see. So it became plus 2,000 when he countered with Mr. 2. So that helped him. I get it. So we'll simply just drop the Big Mom, get rid of one of his 2k counters, which is good. And we're back at 4 live. So we're in a pretty safe position. And he plays Buggy. What is he going to get? So he went to get Mr. 3, which is not that one. This one here, the blocker. So he has a blocker in his hand. So that could be annoying since he'll have 2 blockers. And here he decides to go back and attack the Katakuri, which is very smart of him. I think that's what he should be doing since we don't have any blockers. 14 and we only have 12. So it has to go. And he'll play the blocker again. So I'm actually going to protect here. 6, and if he drops the blocker, yep. And then he draws 1 card. No, so if he has 0. Oh, he actually attacks for 7. So he has 1 less blocker, which is good for us. So we will take, and we will play the Prospero by discarding. What are we discarding? We're gonna discard the Prospero. Alright, so here we're in a good situation. Here we're gonna do 12,000 Mihawk. Hopefully he doesn't have 4k in hand. Okay, so he blocks here. And we will do 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. So that's 9, 10, 11. So I have to put 6. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to put it at 11. Yeah, let's just do that. We'll look at his life, and it's another Luffy. So we can put that at the bottom. Okay, so he let it die, so that's good for us. And then here, since he doesn't have the 5000k, but we have to be careful because we will... so we have to put 9 here to clear that up. So here we're just playing the long game. And then we just drop the smoothie, and we can get the 10 Cosmic Bomb for next turn. So we end our turn here. And I think we're in a very good position right now. Alright, so he's attacking for 5. Nope. He's not attacking for 5. Sorry, I lied. So he's attacking for 9. And here he only has 6. So I'll take that. We will trigger. And we will discard the smoothie and the sovereignty. Might be a mistake, but that's what we're going to do. He's discarding everything. Alright, so Prospero is back in our hand. Now he has a double attack, so that's that's a problem for us. That is a problem for us, and just because of that, I think it's worth putting to try to get the Prospero, but we do not get this Prospero. But we get a Katakuri that we can actually use right now to apply pressure, and to put we'll put a we need to we need 2 brulees, because if he attacks he drops 1, he returns 1, or maybe like at this point we're just gonna like apply pressure at this point. Okay, so here we have the Katakuri that we are going to play since we do get the benefit of Rush, and we'll look at his last life, and is the Ivankov. The Ivankov we're actually gonna bottom deck that, and we'll attack because he only has 2 counters here. We know he doesn't have any counters here, so maybe I made a mistake and I should have just went for game. But we'll see. So we'll attack first with Ivankov. He takes. That's good for us. That is good for us. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 7, 7. So we'll attack for 7 here. Yeah, no, for 6. Sorry. Hopefully he doesn't have. Right, he doesn't have. So we'll attack for 7. Look at our life. we'll leave it there. And then we finished the game with 12. That was a pretty good game. Alright, so here we have Katakuri against blue-purple Kaido that we haven't seen in a very long time, and we're going second, so we're just going to mulligan. Because our hand was a bit stacked, but our hand here is not that much better. So we're just gonna skip our turn. Maybe we should have played the Sanji, but we'll see. Because like, since it's the blue-purple Kaido, you have to be careful of the cards that actually destroy our characters. So yeah, this is still pretty stacked, not gonna lie. So here we're simply gonna attack for 7, and we will look at his life. It's a queen. We don't want to deal with queen right now, so we will place it at the bottom. And then we simply just drop our Sparrow. So fortunately for us, we did not get the cards that are beneficial for us when we have lower life than our opponent, because as you guys know, against a hybrid leader, it's pretty hard to go lower. So now he plays the Doflamingo. Places, so he's placing everything on top. That means that he has pretty good cards, and he's already at 7 dons. Opposed to us, where we're gonna be at 6. Oh, right. So he's attacking for an 8. And here I'm wondering if we either protect or we just take. We'll protect for now, because we don't know what our life are, and we still get another Sanji. Dear God. Our opponent's gonna think that our deck is stacked. Okay, so since we can only do 4 here, we will attack for 6 and attack for 7, and hope that so he protects with Shiki, and here we will attack for 7. We will look at our life this time. It's a Brule, and we'll keep the Brule here. And he blocked with the Flamingo, and we put the Smoothie. So now we have 2 bodies, and he's at 9 now. So that means that he could drop the 9 cost Kaido, which is a big problem for us right now, because we don't really have anything to deal with it. So he can actually clear our board in 1 swoop. He won't be able to use the ability here, but at the same time, it might not be a bad idea for him, especially considering our hand here. It's not very good. So the only card that could help us... Alright, so he doesn't have it, or he decided not to play it, which is fine. And here I might actually just protect our Pearl Sparrow, just to have more aggression on the board. So let's do that. We'll protect the Pearl Sparrow. And he... Oh, well played. I forgot about the poly. Alright. So we did a good thing though, I think, because we needed to have everything. We needed to keep a body in our field, because we don't have that many cards here. So here I'm thinking whether or not I should actually play the Thunderbolt to get rid of the poly here. Because if I attack for 9, I can actually put our Brule here at the bottom and just get rid of his poly here. Yeah, so we'll do that. So we'll look at our life. We'll place that at the bottom just to have a safety net here. And he takes. So that's good for us. And we will simply just do another 5 to his leader. Hopefully, yeah, so he used a strict to be able to counter that, and we'll get rid of the poly. And alright, so it was a Smoothie, so it's not too bad, and we'll just drop our Brule here. So we are hoping that he's going to play the 9 cost Kaido to be able to get rid of everything we have on the board and to use the ability that he has, right? Because the good thing about the blue-purple Kaido is that they're able to use the 9 cost Kaido twice in a row, right? With Onigashima and their ability. And here Okay, so he's at 8. I'm wondering what he's going to do. He can't do... so he'll probably be able to clear it. So yeah, let's just block. Force him to play a king or something like that. Okay, so he decided to go for queen. He should have played queen first. That way he benefits from the ability of Kaido to get an active Dawn back. So that was a bit of a misplay on his part, but that's okay, I guess. Alright, so he played 2 blockers, queen and Doflamingo. And here I'm regretting it a little bit, having used the Thunderbolt on Polly, but at the same time, Polly is a body that we had to deal with eventually. So I think it was better. It was better to deal with it sooner than later. And here we'll simply drop the 10 costs. So we'll attack first, since we know that it's a queen at the bottom. So we'll try to trash the queen, even though I don't think he's gonna let us. Oh, okay, so he actually sacrificed the Doflamingo, and honestly, he could have used his queen for that, but he didn't. So EA for us, and we're doing the ability of the 10 cost Big Mom getting in life and trashing his king. So that's pretty good for us. Not that we have any blockers, but eventually if we had the Brûlé, he could have used that to KO our Brûlé. But now I think we have the advantage at this point. And here, he's probably going to do the 9 cost Kaido. So just to keep a bit of life. Oh no, he's doing Mihawk. Oh, alright. That is quite odd, if I do say so myself. So we will just simply use another 10 cost Kaido and play the just attack. And here we'll simply go for game. It only has 4 cards. Yeah. That is GG against Blue Purple Kaido. Alright, so here we have KATAKURI against Iceburg. And a little bit off meta, right? We don't see Iceburg a lot. And he's making us go second. So I think we can mulligan this. And of course we have a worst hand. But that is okay. We have the... Well, it's not a worst hand. No, I shouldn't say that. We have the pudding. We have the we drew the Prospero. So we have a pretty decent hand. And we are going second since we have 2 KATAKURIs here. That means that if we take the Big Mom, we only have 1 left. So let's just grab the KATAKURI so we have it in our hand. And we still have 3 Big Moms to go get, right? Through our life and through our deck. So he played the Galila Company. And that's pretty much in Onigashima for him. And he activated his ability to be able to play the Khalifa. So when attacking, -1 down, draw 2 and discard 1. So that's pretty good for him. And we drew the last KATAKURI that we had in the deck. That is very, 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 very cool for us. We will... I don't know if they have good triggers. So we'll look at our life. Strusen, put that at the bottom. So we have a 2k counter at the end. And yeah, so no trigger. And we will just simply play Prospero. So we I don't think we have that many ways to deal with big bodies like that, except for Thunderbolt. So maybe next turn we'll actually turn the boat. Whatever he plays with his ability, right? So this one here, he played with all 5. So that's when attacking, he can add it on and rest it. Alright. So here, is he going to play something with his ability? Okay, so he's only attacking with Khalifa to be able to draw 2 cards and discard 1. He discarded the Performer Disaster. And he -1 a card, so that's okay. I'm at 5. Okay, so he decided not to use his ability to play an additional card, so that is good for us. So we have 2 Thunderbolts here, and we still have 5 life. So what I'll do, since I... Okay, so that means that we won't be playing the Cracker. If I try to see what my life is, so yeah, so look at it, our opponent, at our life. It's a 4-cost Katakuri. We can leave that on top. I don't think we will be that much lower than our opponent, and we'll see. Okay, so he decided to kill it, let it be KO'd. That's fine. Use the ability once, and we will drop the Thunderbolt to get rid of the Lulu. So yeah, we trashed the Katakuri, because that is okay, because here we will actually attack 3 times. So we'll attack 3 times, and we'll see if he takes everything. So this is, he's probably gonna... Okay, so he countered with Chimney and Gombe, and we end our turn. So we don't have a big field, but he doesn't have a big field either. So he can only play 2 5-cost for this turn, right? 1, like, okay. So he played the Poly, wow, and he discarded our Perosphere. So that's fine. And here we'll actually take the 10-cost Big Mom. So we were able to get the 10-cost Big Mom. So next turn we'll drop the Katakuri, probably getting rid of the Kaku here. So we will attack for 5 first, and we will bottom life is Kaku. Because Poly did his effect, so we should be okay. And then here we don't want to deal with Banish. Like, even if we have like enough to counter out of it, I think it's the safe way to go about it. So we put that at the bottom, and we finish our turn. Okay, so Kokoro, and he's getting Rob Lucci. Alright, so Rob Lucci, it's a 5-cost. I don't remember what it does. So he used it. Okay, so when attacking, he can rest one of my characters that has a cost of 5 or less. So he did the ability. So he's probably going to play... Okay, so he's attacking for 8, which we actually can't protect ourselves. So we will discard a card here. That is smart of him, because now he has a blocker and he has 2 Rabluchi. Oh, okay, so he was able to fill the board, which is a problem. It's a big problem. So we'll start attacking here the Poly, and he decided to let it go. So that's actually good for us. And we will attack for 5. And yeah, I think we have to drop the Big Mom. So okay, so he took no trigger, and we dropped the Big Mom. We are back at 4, and he discarded Kokoro, and we end our turn here. We have a big size hand and a lot of counters, but we should be okay. But it is starting to be a bit overwhelming, his board, right? He has a full board, but he only has 2 cards left. But he has 2 blockers. We'll have to deal with that. So he will rest my pudding, so that's okay. And I think we'll start countering. Maybe he'll think, alright, so yeah, pudding can go. I don't really care. He's attacking for 10. Alright. So okay, so he actually attacked our Katakuri, and luckily for us, we do actually have the 3k, so we need to handle that. And he can't attack with his leader, but he is playing a 5-cost or less with the leader ability. And he played another Kaku here. That is a little bit of a problem. So now we have options. Since we have 3 attacks, we can try to go for game, or we can clear the board, right? So we can do, I'm not too sure what is the best solution. So let's just try and see how it goes. We'll clear the board, or at least try to clear the board. And okay, so he let that go. And since we cannot play the 10 cost Big Mom this turn, nothing stops us from doing our attack with leader. And we will look at our top life, and we have the sovereignty that we can put that at the bottom, just to make sure that we don't lose it. And then here we will simply do A12 at Rablucci. It's either he lets it go, or okay, so he actually used queen for that, which is actually pretty insane in my opinion. So what are my options? Either I fill my board, because now he only has two attacks. He only has 2 attacks. I can actually, no, I'll keep the Thunderbolt for later, just to make sure that we clear the board. And I have no use for Katakuri, so we will actually do this here, and we get another Prospero. It's good for us. Here we're at 7. I could have taken something else, but that's actually my bad. So we're just gonna drop this here and drop another Prospero and end our turn. So now it's our turn to have a full board, pretty big board, and he's gonna have to commit a lot if he wants to clear these 2 here with 2 attacks. So that's actually 6 dawns that he'll have to put, and then 3. Okay, so he did the ability again of his leader, and he played Nikaku, and he did the stage, which is fine, and he's just going, oh, okay, well, I guess he's trying to clear whatever he can. That's 11. So he can only clear 1 then. Yeah, that's 11, and that's gonna have to go. That's fine. He didn't use the ability here, which is okay. So here he'll just start doing some banishing. Okay, so he's doing 9. So he did the banish for 9, and yeah, we have no choice. It's a Brûlé. Yeah, it's true. I think we knew that it was a Brûlé, but that is okay. So I think we can actually go for a game at this point, right? Because if we do 7, like he has something for sure, right? Like he has a blast breath or a counter that he's going to use. Okay, so he decided to just do his alright, that's fine. So we'll do another 7, the leader. If he takes, that's good for us. Right, so he took, and here we can just do 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, maybe, or 11, because after that he won't be able to do it, right? Because that's at most that's gonna be 7,000. That's 12. Yeah. So we'll do this. Just attack. Look at our top life. It's a big bomb. We can place that at the top. That's 11. So he can't clear that with just 1 counter. Alright, so he gave up. Yeah. Because if he has blast breath, that's 6,000 here that he could do. And so that wouldn't be enough for my leader attack. After that, that's 6, that's 7,000, that's 12 at life. So we hit it for good numbers, covering all the bases. So yeah, so this is a bit off meta matchups, just to see, since they're so rare, and like at least like in my locals I don't see any of them. So it was refreshing, it was good, and like it made us like come out of our comfort zone right? Like after playing like a lot of meta decks, you forget all these off meta decks. So it's always good to play against them, just in case you have a surprise in the tournament, right? So yeah, make sure to subscribe if you are enjoying the content in this channel, and let me know in the comments below which deck you want me to play. I know I've seen people asking for longer videos for KATAKURIs with meta decks, so that's gonna be after this video. After this video, I will try to make content with KATAKURI playing off against meta decks, and potentially with winner lists. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.